I think, very successfully moved the Live After 5 from Friday to Thursday, because we wanted it to be less of a drinking, less of a music, and more of a family-oriented event. And I believe it was very successful for the village, maybe not so much for the bars and restaurants. And we were very happy with that. And now we're back to not only in an agreed hour that even the mayor and the police department at 9:30, extending the music, which is the weekday cutoff, is 9 o'clock. One thing that I'm very concerned about is if we give you that, then we have to give everybody that. I live on the river, and they're going to adopt that tomorrow.
Well, that's, I mean, again, we're not asking for that for the riverfront, and that's a good question, because it was asking
for
that.
one and not for the other.
Well, it's, I mean, they got music going, I mean, that's a law, that's a law that says they have to have music off by the same time. So, I mean, they have to live by that law. I don't think that law exists on Main Street, am I wrong? Maybe when you pass this, you're...
Live amplified music and public.
All right, so the music is, so on Thursday nights, 9 o'clock is the cutoff time?
Yeah.
And it should, all right, well, that's, I mean, but I guess what I guess I'm confronted with is the business people who were at the meeting where you guys were at, that point wasn't brought up at that time, or that discussion kind of wasn't discussed.
There was an underlying tone to them being excited that if, these were the river guys, that if we extended the time uptown 9 o'clock to 9:30, that they were going to do the same. So we now know that we pretty much have to stick the music to 9.
All right, I mean,
so what this has come down to is drinking again.
well, my job is to pass the message.
If you're a restaurant bar, that's the business you're in.
Right.
So it's not about we want to get people drunk. They have a business.
Right.
And the business is based upon a certain amount of money that you make and time that you put in. Well, the discussion should really be about, in my mind, is that if you take an hour away at the front end, you only add a half hour at the back end, is that going to make a huge difference to what happens? Is it a benefit to the program itself to make the Live After 5 stronger, or does it weaken? The fact that the music goes to 9:45 is that an issue? Because we all the time, whether it's a block party, whether it's down at the Fireman's Park, we give those approvals for music to go to the later hour. This is an event. This event, these events, the nature of their application is to go to a certain time. It has nothing to do with, we buy, and you tell me if I'm wrong, Council, we buy our motion of approving a Live After 5 to whatever degree we do, whether it's 9:30 or 11 o'clock at night or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The mere fact that we approve the event based upon the parameters within that then breaches that local law. So for anybody to think that the breaching of the local law by approving a Live After 5 has anything to do with music playing after 9 o'clock, any other time during the course of the week.
Right, I understand that point. My point that I was going to make is that the intention of a Live After 5 is to try and attract people into downtown in the evening hour, and in the early stages of this,